What's up everybody, it's me, your favorite little boy in the whole wide world, Renn with 2 N's. And I've played more games this year than any other year in my entire life. Because I thought it would be a great idea to try and get 50,000 gamer score in just 30 days. But I literally played well over 100 games this year. From your favorite classics, like Coffin Dodgers, to Horse Racing 2016, to Crypt of the Serpent King. And after suffering through hours and hours of endless trash like that, it really makes you appreciate the good games even more. Unfortunately, there were only a handful of games that I really loved this year, and I don't own a Switch, so I wasn't able to play Breath of the Wild. But without further ado, both myself and Susan from Fiverr.com would like to present you with your favorite little boys' favorite little games of 2017. Take it away, Susie!
Thanks, Renn. It's great to be here on your show.
I used to hate the Chinese until I found out they made my hip replacement.
Okay, Susan, just go ahead and read the games on the list, alright? Stick to the list.
Alrighty. Drum roll, please.
Number 4, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy.
This game really surprised me. I've always been a pretty big fan of the Uncharted series, and I wasn't sure if an Uncharted game could work without Nathan Drake, but luckily enough, I was wrong. Naughty Dog knocked it out of the park. Not only did this game address some of the criticisms that the 4th game received, by doing things like outright getting rid of that whole grabbing boxes mechanic, which was so gamepad-y. Uncharted 4 constantly had you searching for boxes, grabbing the boxes, dragging the boxes to a specific spot so that you could jump on the box in order to progress through the story. Uncharted 4 had you grabbing so many boxes. It's like, geez Louise, what am I, Donald Trump?
How about we avoid crates from now on? Okay, good deal.
Not only that, but this game also made the new Tomb Raider games look like child's play. It seemed like this game was actively trying to one-up Rise of the Tomb Raider by giving you a huge, wide-open area to explore, with a mysterious secret that you can unlock if you complete all of the area's challenges. And while you're going around doing these challenges, if this were Tomb Raider, the story comes to a screeching halt. But here, Nadine and Chloe use this time to bond with one another. And each challenge has its own, fun, peppy, unique dialogue. And each challenge was different. The challenges never became a chore to complete, unlike Tomb Raider's never-ending slew of mundane tasks that it threw in there to pad out the game. But on top of that, this game gives you everything you would want from an Uncharted experience. You got your well-made cutscenes, you got your amazing scenery, fun dynamic combat, a sense of adventure, and it even has what I would consider to be the absolute best set piece in the entire franchise, which leads into one of the most climactic climaxes I've ever experienced. Since Nathan Drake's story came to a proper close in Uncharted 4, I was worried about where the franchise would go next. But this game made me hopeful for its future. Naughty Dog has proven that you don't need Nathan Drake to make a good Uncharted game. So long as this team continues to work on the franchise, I'm excited to see where it goes next.
Number 3,
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
I love me some Resident Evil. This game was excellent. And while I didn't really find it to be all that scary, since little girls are not frightening in the slightest, I did find the game, however, somewhat creepy and very, very tense. It didn't have a bunch of cheap and predictable jump scares in it, like The Evil Within did. I'm gonna do something behind me, but then you turn around and it's not actually there. That's a classic.
What the hell?
Oh my god, am I psychic? It had some excellent replay value as well. When you play this game again on the hardest difficulty, it puts all the items and enemies in completely different locations, making a second playthrough just as tense as the first. And the game is chock full of memorable moments, ranging from goofy to creepy to awesome. I found this game to be thoroughly enjoyable from start to finish. This is another game that made me hopeful for the future of the franchise. After the shit show that was Resident Evil 6, things weren't looking too good for this series. But I'm excited to play the next one and see where this franchise goes next.
Number 2.
Cuphead.
I freaking love this game. The art style, the animation, the music, the creative bosses, it's just astounding. And as you all know, Daddy Renn likes himself a good challenge, and Cuphead certainly provided that. I played this game for 2 days straight, until I beat it and got an A ranking on every single boss. Because whenever I come across a challenging game, I view it as exactly that, a challenge. And I can't rest, I cannot move on to another game until I've completed that challenge and shown the game who's boss. But I don't think that this game is as hard as everybody else says it is, because it's never unfair, and that's what I love about it. It's never the game's fault when you die. It's your fault. It pushes you to become a better player. It's kind of like Dark Souls in that sense. Every boss in the game telegraphs its next move with a very specific animation. So when you know what to look for, you have more than enough time to prepare for the next attack. I love this game. It's an experience that'll stick with me for quite some time, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't already.
Number 1, Density 2.
You couldn't find a more deserving game to be the best game of the year. What a beautiful experience Destiny 2 delivers. There's nothing like it. I mean, this game is just so rewarding. I love getting all this stuff. Whoa! I'm drowning in stuff. I love going to the Eververse store as much as I love going to Walmart. I love buying bright engrams. I got a new emote! And the final boss of the Curse of Osiris DLC is as dope as it gets. First of all, they named the boss Panoptes. What an awesome name. I certainly feel intimidated when I hear the name Panoptes. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, my man. Just Panoptes curtains to block out the sun. And after I'm done with that, I'll be Panoptes decorations and shit. Alright, I'm just kidding around, I'm having fun. Destiny 2 is trash, we all know it. My favorite game of the year is actually...
Are you guys ready for me to announce the GOTY? Okay, here we go. And the GOTY goes to... Wolfenstein to the new Columbine. Anyway, I'm out of here, Negroes. Thanks for Panoptes dollar bills to my Fiverr account, Renn. You're a true hero, and you cured my diabetes.
Alright, so I'm sure none of you are surprised that this game is my pick of the year. But still, Wolfenstein 2 is absolutely fantastic. It's so good that even Adolf Hitler himself likes the game. Now that's something, that means something. And I've already talked about this game at length. I even did a video with another YouTuber named Christopher Raymond Gunther, where we talked about the game for a whole hour and 40 minutes. But there was one big segment that I had to cut from that video for time. And it was about how Wolfenstein 2 has been the recipient of some much undeserved criticism. People were saying that it's a step down from Wolfenstein The New Order in terms of gameplay, and just an all-around universal downgrade. That is objectively untrue. Gameplay-wise, Wolfenstein 2 is much better than the first one. I mean, there's no refuting that. But what I think it was, why I think people feel this way, is because Doom came out last year, and then it gave people an unrealistic expectation of what this game would be. They were expecting an all-out, non-stop action blaze of carnage, but that's just not what Wolfenstein is. People also criticized the game, saying that half of its length was cutscenes. Well, I got a news flash for you, people. That's exactly how the first game was too. And that's part of what makes this series so great. This story is amazing, filled with fantastic characters and memorable moments. If you don't like it, you can skip it. Wolfenstein 2 is fantastic. I love it to death, and I cannot wait for the next one. But you know what's more important than video games? It's you guys. I started this year out with 120 subscribers. And now I have well over 10,000, which is insane growth when you think about it. And that growth has given me a sensation that video games simply can't provide. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for subscribing, for sharing my content through other platforms, for liking my videos and all that stuff. So thank you all so very, very much. You've made me one happy little boy. I would also like to give a personal thank you to the Act Man and Chris Raygun for making videos with me. It's probably not a big deal to them, but it was a really big deal to me. The Act Man took a chance on me at a point in time where I had no subscribers. It's kinda miraculous, really. Not only that, but he has been very accommodating to me, answering all my questions, inviting me to his custom game nights, telling me his deepest, darkest secrets, teabagging me in his videos. I'd consider him to be a good friend. Then there's Chris Raygun, who stole my intro.
Hey everybody, it's me, your favorite little boy in the whole wide world.
Which honestly was actually pretty freaking awesome. And I'd consider him to be a friend too. But where would I be without my favorite little boys? Y'all know who you are. Eric, Eric's wife, I'm Pacific, Christian, Cody, Michael, Russian Doggo. You guys have all been so supportive of me, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. And as important as all you guys are, none of them are as important as my lovely girlfriend, Kimberly. Because if it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be here right now. She really pushed me to start this channel. She told me to just go for it because she believed in me, and she's been incredibly supportive of me throughout the year, even going as far as making some of my thumbnails. So give Kim some love down in the comments, because she really deserves it. But that's it. That's all I got for this video, everybody. My next video is gonna be a big one, so give me a couple of weeks. I'm gonna take my time on it, because I want to start off the new year right. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.